Hello, my name is Adonis and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a weekly love spread for all of my Aquarius out there from the week of September 23rd to the 27th. So let's get after it. All right. Sun, rising Venus, Jupiter, Sun, Moon, rising Venus, and Jupiter, Sun, Moon, rising Venus, and Jupiter, Sun, Moon, rising Venus, and Jupiter, showing cards I need to see, showing cards I need to see what kind of love or energy is coming into coming to my area of Aquarius. What kind of energy or love is coming towards my Aquarius during the week of September 23rd into the 27th? Okay. Some cards that I need. Two. Let's see, okay. Interesting. Okay, so you have an individual that's looking to be very generous. Okay, this is an older water sign individual. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, looking to be very generous and very courteous with their time, also possibly their finances. They're a little bit older individual or an older type of mentality. Now, there's a great deal of conflict and tension that's being kicked up here, okay, with this individual. Because this individual is somewhat older, it appears as if um, there's beginning to be some kind of some type of conflicts pertaining to decisions that you're making and so forth, and it's beginning to become problematic. Now, we got the King of Swords here. This person is able to make very wise decisions swiftly, pivot quickly, to kind of make adjustments, so forth. So, in other words, there's this overpowering, overbearing presence that's beginning to take place, and it's beginning to kind of cause some type of problems. Now, this person is definitely willing to put in the work, okay, to make this situation work. They're really putting work, roll up their sleeves to be this guiding force in your life, if you will. Only issue is that you got Nine of Pentacles here. Nine of Pentacles says you have everything you need to be successful in life, right? So, whereas this individual is trying to help guide you through wise decisions, even though they're generous and courteous with their time, the reason that there's conflict and it's kind of like a little bit of a budding there is because you have everything you need to be successful. So you could be successful with this individual, okay? Or you could be successful emotionally and materially without this individual. So there's the conflict here also, but you're a little bit guarded as well. You're a little bit guarded with the Nine of Wands energy, a little bit guarded, kind of watching your six a little bit, so, and you're very protective of your position because you feel like you know what you're doing. Your feeling is the best way for you to learn something is for you to go through it. So you're very protective of that potential, that protecting that mindset there. In addition, also we have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups energy represents that you most likely met this individual in like some type of social like setting. So, in some type of a drinking situation, if you will, um, socializing, alcohol. So there's a great deal of socialization going on here. However, there is hope here. There is hope for rebirth or renewal of something. So there is hope here for this situation. It's not. It seems like it's kind of overbearing, but they only want the best for you. So there is hope at the end, of the light at the end of this tunnel. So let's see what this is all about here. Let's see overall strengths. What are overall potential strengths of this situation? What are the overall potential strengths of this potential love union? What are the overall potential strengths of this overall potential love union here? What are the overall potential strengths of this potential love union? Show cards you need to see. Show cards you need to see. Show cards that I need to see. Okay, here we go. Okay, so again, go back to the question, the overall strengths. Overall strengths are King of Swords, being able to make wise decisions swiftly. Okay? So those are the potential overall strengths of the relationship here. The fact that this individual does kind of have some wise uh, information to share with you. In addition, it does appear that at either you work together at one time, okay, or more importantly, uh, there's the potential here to work with this individual to grow something, so that to grow something in terms of financial success and security here. So the not so much work with this individual, but the opportunity exists for you to work with this individual in some sort of partnership, really. Working with this individual, especially when it comes to pentacles. So this person is wise, especially when it comes in terms of finances and just overall life experience here. Like I said, this person is a tad bit older than you are, and financial security is definitely something that weighs heavily on this person's mind. This person is also willing to take a leadership role, if you will, which is part of the problem, one could say. But this person is willing to assert themselves and take a leadership role in this situation. There's a great deal of passion and strength that this person has for you. Okay, and you know, this person is even willing to kind of slow things down a little bit, even all out and out, just pause things, put things on pause if they need be, so that you can kind of get the. I'm getting the feeling here that this person is willing to put things on pause if need be, so that you can kind of get your footing, if you will. Because actually, what they really care about is Nine of Cups. They really care about having their wishes fulfilled, and that fulfillment has a great deal to do with them wanting to be with you. All right. So, with that being said, let us see what additional information Spirit wants to give. Then we'll do a little bit of housekeeping real quick, tell you guys a couple things. All right. So, what additional information Spirit want to give? What additional information Spirit had before I shut this down? What additional information Spirit had before I shut this thing down? What additional information the Spirit had before I shut this thing down? There you go. Okay, one popped out. We're definitely going to take that one. All right, so Spirit saying they're aware that this person's really stretching you thin. You're kind of really being stretched thin. In other words, putting this into layman's terms, you got like one nerve and this person's like standing all on it. This person's really getting on your nerves. And so even though you know that they mean well, that overbearing presence, it's beginning to kind of stretch you to your limits, in other words. Spirit's aware of that. But Spirit's also say be resolute. Keep moving forward, okay? Um, keep moving forward. Keep your eyes on the prize and keep moving forward. Stay resolute in your situation, and it will pay off. And it's also context. It's telling you basically to put things in its proper context, understand why this is happening, and where this person is coming from. Even though they can seem a little bit overbearing at times, there's definitely light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to the situation, and you will be better. You will be better off for it in the long run. All right, so that's interesting. That's interesting. A little bit of housekeeping real quick. Thank you guys so much for all your well wishes and all your suggestions and things like that. Give you guys a little bit of a backstory here. I've been working on a book of my personal life for the past couple months, past 7 or 8, like a month or two before the pandemic hit, actually. And it was causing me a great deal of stress and anxiety, if you will. You guys can look back and see my personal life story to see what I'm talking about. I have to put it out there. Parental discretion is advised. It's a very deep, dark situation. And I was kind of, talking about all of my experiences, both the supernatural and the physical child abuse that I kind of went through. And so what happened was I was having a little bit of indigestion, and it began to affect me a lot more than it usually would. And that's because and I really want to stress this. It's very important to maintain a sense of balance and maintain a sense of being grounded. Surround yourself with good people and that sort of thing, because what happened to me is I was mentally and emotionally compromised because of what I was doing, digging into all that old stuff and really kind of putting stuff together. And I left myself open to being um, physically, if you will, compromised. Immune system and all that kind of stuff. This was kind of shutting down, and the acid reflux got worse. So the herb remedies I usually use weren't working. So what did I do? I went to the regular doctor, and that made I went from bad to way, way, way worse real quick. Then all caused all those side effects and all that kind of stuff. So it was just like, wow, the cure is worse than the disease in that case. So after getting a lot of you guys' suggestions and things, I said, you know what? I gotta go back to basics. Ground one. It's kind of like it was kind of like a dull moment, but it was just like, you know what? Even me that surrounds myself with all this all the time, even I make mistakes, and that's really the point I really wanted to make here is that thank you guys for kind of putting me back on pointing in. Once I really got down to the root of what was going on, I was like, okay, I'm going to have to do this sparingly. I got like 75% of the book written. I would want to have it done by the end of the year, but I'm going to kind of stretch it out a little bit, you know, um, because I give a lot of details. I go through a lot of stuff that happened, a lot deeper than I even care to admit. So it kind of got to me, and so I'm going to have to, you know, space it out a little bit more to keep my mental and emotional health, to keep myself balanced. But again, I want to thank you guys for kind of bringing me back down. I really appreciate it. Much love to you guys. Thank you. So, get back to the reading. This is a general love reading that may not resonate with everybody, but if it does resonate with you and you want to know more about this particular reading, again, I'll leave the link below. If it doesn't resonate with you, just take those parts of it that do and dismiss the rest. If you guys haven't already, please like, please share, and absolutely subscribe. My name is Adonis. I love you guys, and I will absolutely see you in the next day or so.